Hey y'all, so I'm here with another book review. The book that I'm reviewing today, I don't have a physical copy of it. I read it via Google Drive, so it's a book that's been floating around. It wasn't published by a major publisher, but the name of the book is Daddy's Little Girl, and it's a memoir about a young lady's experience with her relationship with R. Kelly. And I'm going to use those terms very loosely when I say young lady in relationship because in my opinion, after reading the memoir, it's like a minor in abuse by an adult. So I'm just gonna jump right into this. So again, the book was sent to me and someone was like, oh, you gotta read this book. And so I did. I couldn't put it down. It was a quick read. Took me about an hour and a half to get through. But let's just say this. It is by far one of the most disturbing things I have ever read. Y'all, we the black community, black women, black men, Chicago, we have got to stop supporting R. Kelly. I used to be, a long time R. Kelly fan. I used to be one of the ones that would be like, oh, you shouldn't separate the artists. You should separate the artists from their work. You shouldn't just all out the window. I can't give you a barometer for righteousness. I can't give you a barometer for when you should hold people accountable. The attorney in me used to say he hasn't been convicted of anything. Fuck all that. Fuck it. Just like, seriously. This man is luring minors, having intimate relationships with minors, drugging minors, taking minors across state lines, abusing minors sexually, physically, and emotionally. The book actually gave me nightmares. Like, that's how bad it was. I sent it to a colleague. She couldn't finish it. I sent it to another colleague. They said they didn't see much wrong with it. The mixed reviews that I'm getting from people is just like, wow. Like, I just can't believe that people are still defending him. But I was one of those people. I mean, I jumped ship with the YouTube video, but this, I'm totally mute R. Kelly. And when I say that, I cannot stream his music. Yes, he has made some hits. Yes, he has some classics. Me being from Chicago, it's not a party till Step Into Love comes on. If you got a CDs, fine. But if you are streaming his music, purchasing his music, going to concerts, just know that you are, in my opinion, funding sex trafficking of minors. You are funding sex trafficking of women, black women, imprisonment of women. That's where your money's going to. And we have to realize this institution that he's protected by. We're not believing black women. When they come forth, we're calling them gold diggers, or we're attributing too much intelligence to 16-year-olds. People's like, oh, you know what you're doing when you're 16. No, you don't. No, you don't. Even if you do, you don't. But a lot of people don't. And I think that's enough. I used to be one of those people. And maybe by me, the more educated I got, I learned, it's just a spectrum of IQs across. If you can go in any classroom in America, you're going to see a spectrum of IQs across the classroom. Your 16-year-old can have the mindset of a 14-year-old and the body of a 20-year-old. You cannot justify this to me. It's unjustifiable. It's vile. It's disturbing. And he should be in the jail for a very, very, very long time. And I'm not, I'm all for criminal justice reform. Anybody that knows me knows I worked in the public defender's office. But some of these things, this behavior, and this is not something that's one and done. This is who he is. This is continuous. This is not gonna stop. And I fear that it's bigger than what we really know. I really do. I feel that it's bigger than what we know. I think that when you hear the word sex trafficking, as Americans, you tend to think that the victim of maybe being, European and some greasy white guy that's got a lot of money that's bringing girls or luring women in with nanny jobs on Craigslist and then sex trafficking out of Oklahoma. Sex trafficking looks like teenage girls in the hood as well, who are threatened by the local pimps because they know what house they've grown up in, and they get home from school and they're cornered in the alley and told to do things. That's just one example. I don't mean to go off on a tangent, but my point is the boundaries of what R. Kelly is doing, keeping women in the house, forcing them to do things on his terms, forcing them to do sexual favors for his entourage, keeping them away from their family. This is sex trafficking to me. Like, this is all sex trafficking. So yeah, it was disturbing to read. I hope you guys read it, get hold to it. It's been floating around the internet. And before you even go there, it's not one of those books either that's skewed. Sis don't even know she had how badly fucked up she is. Like, seriously. She don't even know. This is Stockholm Syndrome. I haven't seen Stockholm Syndrome this extreme since... This is Stockholm Syndrome. She doesn't see herself as a victim. She loves him. She is so ignorant to the world around her. It's all, and this goes back to my point that a 16-year-old doesn't know any better. R. Kelly, she started messing with R. Kelly when she was 16. I'm a firm believer, as most psychologists do, that the human brain doesn't stop developing until 24. R. Kelly had a hand in raising who she is as an adult. And the tone of this memoir shows that. She is not going to turn her back on the hand that fed her. It's like a family member. R. Kelly helped raise this girl, and it's disturbing. It's sickening. But yeah, that's all I got. I really challenge you all to have these conversations with your toxic aunties, your toxic cousins that's still going to the holiday jam or to the Valentine's Day concert, and call them out for this. This has got to stop. We have to stop. We have to start recognizing this institution. It's not okay for younger women to date older men. Older men coming up to the high school, circling the parking lot, the little 16, 17-year-old that's dating the 25-year-old dope boy in the hood. That's got to stop. That has got to stop. It's not okay. And Black families have been okay with this for so. This is got to stop. These relationships aren't okay. You're luring them into the hands of prey. If you know that your teenage girl is out dating someone with the money, for purses, you're saying it's okay to start off titrating prostitution. We have to start recognizing the messages that we're sending young ladies, because this is what happens when they get hold to someone, a beast who has no monetary limit, who has people around him. This is what they become. And while we're on the topic of people, something else that I want to call out in this video is them ain't shit attorneys that's building this wall against them. And I know all about constitutional rights. I know all about defense and all of the other stuff. But when you're in private practice, you have choices on who you want to take on as clients. So when you're writing non-disclosures about filming, sexual favors, all this other stuff, and making them sign this paperwork to make it look okay, you ain't shit either. And if you're a doctor who's coming to the house and you know that it's a minor here that's being sexually exploited, that's needing treatment for being sexually exploited, you ain't shit either. So the doctors, the lawyers, the bodyguards, your toxic ass aunties, everybody, like, Black women are really dying at your hands, and we all as a community need to come and step up and just start taking control and start protecting these women, start protecting these victims, start believing them, stop calling them fast. Like, if a young lady wants attention from a male, that's the result of some emotional hole or emotional trauma. Stop calling her fast. Get her some help or get her a hobby. Stop saying that fast tail little girl knew what she was doing. Like, it's so many issues, and they just all have to stop. So I'm gonna get off my soapbox. Like y'all, I look forward to watching the Lifetime drama and seeing what y'all think about that. I might do another video on that, but again, read it, let me know what you think, and have these discussions. And y'all can't believe I'm actually saying this, but we have to mute R. Kelly. And that's all I got. I'll see y'all next time.